Fukuoka's special driving test shows dangers of drinking and driving. In Fukuoka, Japan, a driving school and the police have created a special program to show the dangers of drinking and driving. They let drivers drink alcohol and then test their driving skills on a tricky course. The program was started to remember 3 local children who were killed by a drunk driver in 2006. 2 newspaper reporters joined the program to better understand the risks. One reporter drank and drove, while the other one stayed sober to watch as a passenger. After having some drinks, the driving reporter's breath was tested. It showed her alcohol level was 2 times the legal limit of 0.15 milligrams per liter. Although she felt okay to drive, her driving was unsafe. She kept speeding and slowing down without reason. She even temporarily moved into the opposite lane. The driving school's vice head explained that drinking weakens the skills people need for driving. Police reports say that people are 7 times more likely to be in an accident and die after drinking. Through this program, police and driving instructors hope to teach everyone to always drive sober.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Laura.
And we have a kind of serious, I think, but kind of interesting article today.
I know.
It's an important issue I think we can discuss.
Of course.
It's really interesting. It's about Fukuoka's special driving test shows dangers of drinking and driving. Yeah, you should never drink and drive.
Well, I don't drive, so does that mean that I can drink?
Yeah, we can just get a taxi. It's fine. Yeah, I know how to drive, but I haven't driven in a long time.
Oh my
gosh.
So can you please drive so we could go to places?
Okay,
but
I'll
drinking.
I will practice first, sober.
Exactly.
How to drive again. Okay, but let's read this article. It says, in Fukuoka, Japan, a driving school and the police have created a special program to show the dangers of drinking and driving. Okay.
I already know it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
So I wonder what this special program is about. 所以日本福冈的一所驾训班呢，跟这个警方呢，他们有推出一个特殊的计划哦，要展示这个哇，如果你开车然后喝酒这样子的危险性，真的不能酒驾。
Yeah, I already know. Like you said, we already know it's really dangerous, but I want to see what do they mean. The article says they let drivers drink alcohol and then test their driving skills on a tricky course. That doesn't sound very safe. But anyways, alcohol are drinks like, beer, whiskey, and wine. And there's a thing in there that gets people drunk. And I think it's because they go through like a special fermentation process. And that's how you get alcohol inside of these drinks. But yeah, they let drivers drink first, and then you could test your skills on a tricky course. Tricky is an adjective, and it means difficult to deal with or do. Like in Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, right?
Dun, 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 dun.
Exactly.
I have to sing this.
I know.
It's Mission Impossible.
It's classic.
Right?
He always has a lot of tricky tasks. Like maybe he has to take something from a really highly guarded room, but also not get caught. So...
And he's 60, guys.
I know, and he does all his stunts by himself.
Mission Impossible.
I know, he's so good. But anyways, we can use tricky in a sentence like this. It's so hard to talk about politics sometimes because you can get yourself into tricky situations.
And I don't want to talk about it when I'm in taxi.
I know.
Yes, alcohol. 大家应该都知道就是酒啦，或是酒精饮料，它是一个名词。而刚刚有提到 tricky 这个形容词就是复杂的或是很困难的。像是阿汤哥在不可能的任务，哇哦，他真的 真的做了很多的特技，超难的。又或者呢，如果你在玩 video games， 你可能就会说这句话 This video game level seems too tricky for me to solve. 哇，这个电玩的关卡对我来说太难了，我搞不定，过不了关。好，那回到课文，到底他们那个特殊计划是什么？他们竟然是让司机先喝酒，然后在一个非常复杂的路线上考验他们的开车技术。Interesting. That sounds dangerous.
I know.
Yeah, どうして?
Yeah, nani? Okay. Next, well, let's continue reading. It says, the program was started to remember 3 local children who were killed by a drunk driver in 2006. Ah, okay.
所以这个计划是为了缅怀2006年被酒驾司机撞死的3个当地儿童而设立的。
So sad.
So sad.
Super sad. The article continues to say 2 newspaper reporters joined the program to better understand the risks. Now, a risk is a noun and it means the possibility that something bad might happen or that a situation could be dangerous. Like, for example, there's always a risk to investing money, like the stock market could go up or down. There's a risk if you don't wear a helmet when you ride a bike because maybe you could fall down or get into an accident and get hurt and hurt your head. Okay, those things are what we consider risks. For example, we can also say smoking can increase the risk of developing heart disease.
I know. I can't stand the smell as well.
Yeah, and like secondhand smoke is even worse.
真的，二手烟，我真的很讨厌，每次在路上闻到哦。我们提到的是 risk， 风险、危险，它是一个名词哦。Okay, for example, deciding to skateboard without a helmet is taking a risk. It's all fun until you hit a pebble.
Ouch.
所以课文是说2位记者他们参加了这个计划，以便更了解其中的风险，也就是酒后开车。But don't do that.
I know, but I think maybe they have a good point here. Maybe they are trying to do something good. Let's see, it says, one reporter drank and drove, while the other one stayed sober to watch as a passenger. Oh my God, I would be so scared. Now, when you're sober, it means you are not drunk and you are very, totally clear-minded and alcohol-free. Now, the opposite of that is, of course, we can say drunk. You can also say intoxicated or under the influence. You can also even use tipsy.
I love that, tipsy.
I know, to feel a little bit drunk, but you still are kind of aware of what's going on.
我常常这样啦，我都喝到那样子而已。Okay,
I know that's just the right amount.
Again, 你要18岁才可以喝酒 guys. Okay, 所以我们提到的 sober 就是清醒的，没有喝醉的，它是一个形容词。我真的觉得这个计划超级让我觉得不敢相信。所以有一位记者喝酒后开车，那另外一位记者则保持清醒，然后他是以乘客的角色观察全程。I can't wait to find out what happens next.
I know. I would be so nervous, actually. It says here, after having some drinks, the driving reporter's breath was tested.
Bad breath. No, just kidding. Okay. 所以在喝了一些酒之后呢，当然就是驾驶就接受了酒精的呼吸的测试。
Right. It's not for bad breath, but it's to show the alcohol level. Okay, but anyways, let's continue reading. It says, it showed her alcohol level was 2 times the legal limit of 0.15 or 0.15 milligrams per liter. Okay, now a limit is a noun and it means the greatest or even smallest amount of something. For example, water bottles come in different sizes and shapes, and some of them, the limit is 500 milliliters of liquid, and that means it's the max amount that you can fill, and you can't put anything more than that. Or like, for example, if you're on a roller coaster, you have to be of a certain height. Like there are height limits. Like you have to be maybe taller than 140 cm in order to take the roller coaster, or else it's very dangerous. We can use limit in a sentence like this. Be careful while driving on this highway. The speed limit is 80 miles per hour.
Okay, 不过 刚刚呢，我们其实已经看到今天的 Language in Focus. So let's take a look. 今天我们 Language in Focus 要教大家的是倍数的用法。那其实英文当中，我们要表示倍数的句型有以下的3种，要仔细听哦。OK， 我们第一个是主词加 be 动词或者是动词，然后接比如说一半的话就是 half， 那2倍就是 twice or 2 times， 那如果是3倍、4倍或是以上，我们就是数字加上 times， 然后后面接 as， 然后后面再接形容词，或者是形容词后面可以接名词，或者是接副词 as。如果我要说 The small suitcase is twice as light as the large suitcase， 就是指说这个小行李箱的重量是那个大行李箱的2倍轻，这样子的意思哦。好，那再来看第二个句型讲到倍数要怎么用呢？我们可以用主词加上 be 动词或者是动词，接上2 or 3 or 4 blah 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 times OK， 然后后面接形容词，然后后面我们可以接 er， 或者是副词接 er， 或者是 more， 然后再接一个名词 than something something。那注意哦 ，have 跟 twice 不适用这个句型，刚刚我提到那个句型，我们要举个例子会更清楚。The new phone's battery life is 4 times longer than the old one. 有没有注意到这里我用的是形容词加 er，OK？ 这只新手机的电池寿命是旧手机的4倍长。好了，接着第3个句型咯，就是主词加 be 动词或者是动词加 have，或者是 twice or 2 times or 3, 4 blah 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 times the 接 size 或者是 length 或者是 height, weight, number, price 等等，就来表示大小啊、长度啊、数量等等的名词哦。后面再接 of。OK， 举例来说 The blue whale is 4 times the length of a large elephant。哇，蓝鲸的长度是大象的4倍耶！哇，真的好大哦。好，那刚刚第3个句型呢，后方的 the 再接名词还有 of， 也可以是语义写成所有格的形式哦，所以我们也可以用 once， 然后再加上名词。OK， 所以刚刚我上面提到这个蓝鲸的长度是大象的4倍，其实我也可以这样子的改写 The blue whale is 4 times a large elephant's length。 OK， 大家有听懂吗？Okay, and we also saw the word limit， 就是限制的意思，它是一个名词。For example, the teacher won't raise the word limit on our essays, no matter how much we ask. So strict.
I know.
刚刚其实我们有看到 leader 就是公声嘛，它是个名词，所以课文提到是说喝完酒后呢，这个驾驶者记者的酒精呼气测试显示他的血液酒精浓度是法定限制，也就是每公升 0.15 毫克的2倍耶，真的不要喝酒开车好吗
Okay, so here it says, although she felt okay to drive, her driving was unsafe. She kept speeding and slowing down without reason. Oh my gosh, so scary.
所以虽然她觉得开车是没问题啊，但是她的驾驶却非常不安全哦。她不断怎么样超速啦，又无缘无故的减速。So she's probably like thinking, oh, I think I'm a good driver,
yeah,
but no, she's
I'm
imagining.
Awesome. Yes. It's the influence of the alcohol.
Yes.
Next, it says she even temporarily moved into the opposite lane. Oh my gosh, that's so dangerous. Although it was temporarily, okay, here is an adverb and it means something that's not meant to last for a long time. It's supposed to be short term, okay? Now, if you remove the ly, the adjective is temporary, okay? But we can use temporarily in a sentence like this. The restaurant will be temporarily closed due to renovations.
Okay, temporarily 有没有听到这个是个副词，就是短暂的、暂时的。For example, the park is temporarily closed while repairs are taking place. 所以课文是说啊，这个驾驶就是还记得这个酒后开车的这个记者，他甚至还暂时这个开到这个对向的车道。Oh no!
I know, so dangerous. We also saw the word opposite here. It's an adjective and it means on the other side of something. Like it could be the other side of a person or other side of a street. It means the complete different thing of something else. So like for example, black, opposite of black is white. Opposite of tall is short. We can use it in a sentence like this. The grocery store is on the opposite side of the street from the park.
Opposite 就是对面的，它是一个形容词。For example, my bedroom window faces the opposite side of our neighbor's house. I hope he's not peeking.
I know, peeping Tom, yuck. Okay, let's continue reading. It says, the driving school's vice head explained that drinking weakens the skills people need for driving. Okay, weaken here is a verb and it means to make something or somebody less strong or powerful. For example, we can say, Peter couldn't play at the game on Friday as his injuries really weakened him.
Weaken 就是变弱这样的意思哦，或是削弱，它是个动词。For example, a good night's sleep will help strengthen my immune system rather than weaken it. OK, 真的要睡好觉哦，这样才会怎么样？哦，才不会减弱我的免疫系统哦。那刚刚我们有提到，他说the driving school's vice head。OK, vice 其实就是副的，所以驾驶班负责人解释说呢，喝酒会削弱人们开车所需的技能。
I think it also weakens other things too, like your ability to talk or maybe your ability to think properly. So sometimes drinking is not always the best thing.
No.
Okay, next in the article it says, police reports say that people are 7 times more likely to be in an accident and die after drinking. Oh my god.
这里有提到倍数，有没有？就是刚刚 Language in Focus 提到的。所以根据警方报告，喝酒后人们会发生车祸，并且死亡的可能性会增加7倍, 7 times.
That's a big number.
A lot.
Yeah. It says here, through this program, police and driving instructors hope to teach everyone to drive or to always drive sober. Right? An instructor is basically like a teacher or a guide. But, you know, I think it's also just don't drive if you're drinking. Get a taxi or find someone else who's sober to drive you home.
OK, 所以刚刚我们有提到 instructor 这个字哦，就是教练啊，或是指导者，它是一个名词。所以警方跟驾训班的教练希望透过这项计划，可以教导所有人要永远保持清醒的驾驶。OK, stay sober, guys.
I know, and especially if like you're in Taiwan or in cities where you can get taxis and Ubers and stuff.
Uber.
Just take that instead. Don't insist on driving. Like your life is just so much more worth it than...
不要拿生命开玩笑,
Exactly.
Right?
I totally agree. All right. So this leads us to our For You chat. What are some other situations in which it's dangerous to drive?
Well, it's dangerous to drive when feeling tired or during heavy rain or while texting. I see a lot of people doing that. So driving while not paying attention because of the phone, loud music, or maybe somebody talking too much can make it hard to control your car and might be dangerous too. So lots of factors, not just after drinking.
Yeah, totally. I agree. If you're not feeling mentally well to drive, then I would just say don't do it, or maybe just rest first and then drive if needed. And definitely do not use your phone. I think it's so dangerous to, use your phone while driving.
I've seen so many people doing that.
Yeah, even like not just driving, like walking on the street too.
Oh.
And like
I hate that they
cross,
bump into you as well.
Yeah, and they cross the street looking at their phone. That is so dangerous. So guys, just put your phone down, okay? It's not, you can reply in text later. All right? Well, that's an interesting article. An interesting way to teach the dangers of drunk driving. But we have to really stress, just don't do it.
Yeah, I don't really need to do that test. And I know it's very dangerous to drink and drive.
I know, it's like common sense, but yes.
Yeah, but I get it. It lets you, know how serious it can become.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, you guys were out of time. And stay sober. And yeah, don't drink until you're 18.
Yeah. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Tricky. Jack thought the puzzle was really tricky because it required good math skills, which he doesn't have. Risk. Swimming isn't allowed at this beach because sharks create too much risk for those in the water. Limit. There was a limit on John's bank card, so he couldn't buy the shoes he wanted. Temporarily. Jenny will temporarily stay at her grandma's house while her parents go on vacation for a week. Opposite. During the train ride, Jessica sat in the opposite seat from her brother to play a card game. Weaken. The disease weakened Charlie, and for several weeks he found it hard to get out of bed and move around.
智慧小补帖
Alcohol. Sober. Vice. Instructor.